Welcome to August in Wales. Yeah, so like I said, it was a great night. There was about 8 vans here last night. So for £10 a night, it's got a waist drop, it's got all sorts of different things. I can't think for the minute. No, it's got waist drop, it's got water, it's right in the centre of town as we would have shown you last night. You're given the key code for the gate to get in when you book. It's kind of all done on honesty really, but yeah, definitely 100% recommend you come here. Nice views out onto the rugby pitches, and yeah, let's have more of these airs. I think definitely they're definitely the way forward for UK travel, just so that people can come in and spend money into the local economy. But now we're moving on and we're going to go to, I think, a National Trust place, spend the day there, and then we're going to go find a wild camp. So we haven't done that yet, so we'll see how we do. See you later. Comedy Sat-Nav has decided to take us up here. Now, the other way didn't look so great either, so we're just going to follow it and hope for the best. Yeah?
Absolutely. See where it goes. Well, it's narrow, so...
Yeah. We can do this! Oh my god, we've done worse. Loads of room this side. Loads. Okay, plenty of clearance for the tree. Right. Yep, fine. That was a funny noise.
Could you pop round the back and have a look at the tow bar with the electric?
I think it's hanging off. Oops. Let's have a look.
And check the front for damage. Should be fine.
Right. Okay, well, I don't know what's making the noise. That's strange. Oh. No, I don't know what that noise was because I can't see a thing.
It would have been the tow bar touching again because it was quite an angle. It's fine.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Fine. Yep, plenty. Decided to find a free park up. So a stealth park up, wild camping, boondocking, whatever you want to call it. So not easy around these parts. It's not actually filled park for nights with places that you can stop. But one we did find, and it had good reviews, so let's keep our fingers crossed, was this one. I'm going to show you this. Bit windy, but it's a good one.
I think about you when I should be sleeping, but you didn't know I want to feel you closer to my skin. I think about you.
We left the rugby club this morning. We then did our usual. We popped off to Morrie's and picked up a couple of sandwiches and had a very romantic bite to eat in the camper van. And then we headed off to Llanacairon, which is a lovely National Trust site with an 18th century house and sprawling grounds. So we had a good wander around there. They shut quite early at 4:30 p.m. and the gate shut at 5. They haven't switched on to allowing overnight parking just yet, but maybe one day they will, because again it's another chance to make some money for charity.
Oh. Sorry, it's just a really tasty bit of mango.
Dinner's being prepared and somebody's eating mangoes.
It was really tasty.
Yeah, so that's less for me, but there you are. So yeah, and then we left the National Trust place, which was great, and we've now come to a park for nights, free park up, and we've got some stunning views. Absolutely great. It's a little bit windy, but that's due to drop. but we're sat at the top of a hill with sheep, horses, and
Barbara and Mary.
And yeah, there's some horses appearing over there too. That's us set for the night, and then tomorrow will bring us to the farm that we've got booked, just to see what we get there for our money.
What, a bit of mango?
Do I want a bit of mango? Yeah. So hopefully the wind's going to die down, and I'll try and get a drone up.
I don't think you're going to do that.
The challenge is on.
You're going to lose it if you do.
Yeah. So we'll pick up with you a little bit later.
Welcome to August in Wales. It's a beautiful August day. Obviously, stayed here last night. Free. I don't even know if you can hear me because of the wind. So we do this inside, I think. But yeah, the view is incredible. Really, really lovely. This could be November.
What do you think of it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you know, it seems to be a bit of a place where they race through the moorland, come up in the car park and do their turns in boop-de-boop and hang out and so forth. The only roll of the dice you take is anybody going to turn up? What's going to happen outside? And whilst we were there, even though it was a wet and windy wild night, a couple of cars turned up, and one in particular came up. It was loud thumping music. You could hear voices outside the van. You didn't want to look out because you're thinking, am I going to create any problems by saying anything? Will they come back in numbers? Will they ring their mates? It's always that, should I or shouldn't I? And I thought, well, if they do anything silly, of course I'll have to go out and say, you know, just leave us be, we don't mean any harm. But I think the weather put them off, but the fact that we could hear footsteps outside the van, screaming, laughing, messing around, beeping horns, revving engines, would they have done that if we weren't there? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But it was just, for the rest of the night, we then worried that, are they going to come back? It seems to be more of a common occurrence in the UK because of social media. Maybe more people go off grid and park off grid. So, you know, and people share those experiences. It's very rarely people say, we had a great experience, didn't get disturbed, it was this, it was that. You know, we try and share an honest experience, and no, it wasn't a most comfortable night's sleep because you're just wondering, is somebody to come back? You know, you hear about people having their vans, they had stones chucked at them, they've been shot at with air rifles, they've had bricks through the windows. It is a worry. You know, we've done a lot of off-grid camping, wild camping in Europe, and I've never felt like that there. You know, it's usually off-grid. They actually provide airs for free. Scotland, it seemed to be acceptable there because there's places you can camp off-grid, wild camp, whatever you want to call it, but it's not frowned upon in certain parts. So if it says you're allowed to park on the loch, great, we all do that and give it the respect it deserves. But there's nowhere we could find really in Wales for free that says you're welcome to camp here. The bylaws are all, no, you shouldn't really be stopping, don't stop here. And it is in the back of your mind, you know, who's going to turn up? Is there going to be a problem? So for me, £10 at the rugby club, you're behind locked gates, you're a walk to the town, you've got the pub car park, that's good too, it's a secure car park. I don't know, but you know, off-grid parking, whether it's in a lay-by, whether it's somewhere you shouldn't be, whether it's on a street, it gives you that little uncomfortable feeling of what is going to happen. So for me, the sake of most places you can find, yeah, you're going to pay 10 quid, but at least you can relax, you can have a night's sleep, and £10 gets you a toilet, fresh water, sit out on the grass or walk to the park. Parking off grid, if you can manage it and you know it's a safe place, great, but it's tricky, isn't it? You can save money, but my experience is I think you need to spend a little bit of money for peace of mind. You've always got that option of somebody could cause you trouble that you don't want.
Maybe it's more acceptable to do stealth camping in a more stealth van, because this is not a stealth van.
No, it's not a stealth van, and you know, you see people park up in converted vans, but it's not completely obvious what it is. And in reality, they're doing nothing different to us, yet we're scorned upon. You're not allowed to park there. You can't stay there, mate. You know, again, the car parks we've stayed in, got to be out by 6, no overnight camping. Well, I'll give you £5 to stay overnight. I'll give you £10 to stay overnight. Shut the barrier. I don't want to go anywhere. No, you're not allowed to, and that's it. And, you know, I think the UK has issues with people and camper vans.
Well, I think we're going to leave this video here now, and we're going to get back to you in a couple of days.
Yeah, catch up with us then and see what you think. We've made up our mind which is the best so far, but we've got another to go. So, yeah, stay tuned.